Why Life Isn't an Episode of Friends Anymore by Abhilash Gaur in the Times of India. A very interesting title. Let's check what he has to say. In 1992, anthropologist Robin Dunbar posited that humans can't have more than 150 casual friends at a time. Close friends are fewer, and the number of besties top out around 5. Even Friends, which aired 1994 onwards, had a total of 6, so 1 plus 5. This limitation arises because remembering faces, names, traits, histories, likes and dislikes, conversation points, etc. consumes brain power, which is limited. Dunbar's key idea was that social circles are limited by the size of the human brain, particularly the neocortex. 30 years on, the numbers seem incredible. Did we really have 5 best friends once? These days, it's more like 1 or none. A survey in US found 12% of the population has no close friends at all, up from 3% at the time Dunbar published his research. Findings of the Ipsos India Happiness Report also show friendship is a minor contributor to happiness, behind health, personal finance, and family. It also shows that people in metros value friendship less, that's 6%, than residents of small towns, that's 9%. Psychologists are calling it the friendship recession. We not only have fewer friends, but also spend less time with them. Time spent face-to-face with friends has reduced from roughly an hour a day on average before 2014 to about 35 minutes in US. Life insurance policy. If friendship was only about having a good time together, its decline would have caused no more concern than, say, the passing of cassette players. But friendships aren't trivial. There's research showing that not having friends impacts physical and mental health. In fact, the feeling of isolation is a risk factor for dying early. Data tracking 308,000 people showed that not having any friends at all or having only poor quality friends is more damaging than smoking 20 cigarettes a day. This is partly down to the psychological benefits of friendship. Being among friends reduces stress, measured as blood pressure. Tough tasks seem easier with friends. In one experiment, people perceived a hill to be less steep when they climbed it with a close friend. But good friends also boost immunity, your ability to resist and fight off pathogens. In a recent interview, Dunbar says endorphins, the body's feel-good chemicals, are the glue of friendship. They are 30 times more powerful as analgesics than morphines, and they aren't chemically addictive. Endorphins flow when you are with friends, doing their antidepressant pain-killing routine, but also upregulating the immune system, especially the natural killer cells. Demands SIP of time. In Orwell's Keep the Aspidistra Flying, the protagonist Gordon ruminates, you can't be friendly, you can't even be civil when you have no money in your pocket. But turning an acquaintance into a strong friendship requires time more than money. A few years ago, University of Kansas professor Jeffrey Hall claimed you need 50 hours of together time to become casual friends. of which Dunbar allows you 150. You would need another 90 hours together to move to the next circle of friends, and investing 200 more hours might, there's no guarantee, turn friends into besties. So, finding friends who reduce your stress and boost immunity can be a job of years. Think how hard it is to spend 340 hours getting to know one person with all the pressures of work and the distractions of modern life. And as Hall says, it has to be time spent hanging out, joking, playing video games, etc. Hours spent working together just don't count as much. Plus, as an HBR article said early this year, forming friendships is only half the battle. Friendships thrive on ritual and repetition, which means devoting more time, a lifelong, systematic investment plan, almost. Visual isn't real. But who has the time anymore? Our work hours have become longer. So have commutes. Never before in history have so many people migrated for work. They leave behind old friendships, and the big city raises hurdles to form new ones. So, the friendship recession is at its core a recession of free time. When free time is at a premium, you have to redraw priorities. Should you spend evenings in a group of acquaintances hoping that some would become your friends or do your chores? Just as we have defaulted to working long hours, solitude has become our natural preference. This does not only leave us friendless in the present but also causes a fundamental loss of the ability to form and sustain friendships. US data lights another interesting point, that people are spending more time at home, roughly 100 minutes every day on an average, but they aren't devoting this time to family. Rather, they are retreating inwards, spending more time online, even having all their friendships in the virtual world, getting used to the sense of control these confer. But without the investment of real together time, how real are these friendships? Can they reduce stress and boost immunity? Can they make us live longer? The answer is no. Beautiful article. Thank you.